an interesting topic, that is chapter number 6, that is land use. Please note, students, see questions like who, what to do, where, and what connection exactly. Similarly, land use analyzes, studies where and what type of human activities are taking place. Most human activities such as employment, recreations, or residence are linked to land. So, students, our learning objectives for today will be Introduction to Land Use. So, the uses of land determine the diverse socio-economic activities that occur in a specific area, the patterns of human behavior they produce, and their impact on the environment. So, there are basically two types of land use, that is rural land use and urban land use. So, before beginning the lesson, here there is an activity. Now, show the following with proper direction. So, here we have kitchen, we have bathroom, courtyard, living room, bedroom, etc. Now, as you see here, students, on the right hand side, we have a blueprint of the house. So, you can easily recognize here there is a kitchen area, then bathroom, then courtyard, living area, and bedroom, etc. So after doing this activity, students, what did you realize? Firstly, students, why do we need to fix a place for everything in the house? So we need to fix a place for everything in the house for our ease and comfort, right? And also to avoid confusions. Now what would happen if there were no fixed places? So if there were no fixed places, the house will seem unorganized and there will be difficulties while moving around the house. Even if these arrangements are changed, there will be confusion for a few days. The land available in your house is used for different purposes. Now students, here is the second activity. Now choose the correct word among the words I am showing. Okay. So first there is institute, then residential, entertainment and commercial. Now the first one, this is the Mumbai Fort or Mumbai University. So it is an institute, it comes under the institute, right? The next one is the Antilla, that is the Ambani house. So it comes under the residential area. Next one is the Phoenix Market City. So it comes under the entertainment area. The next one, you can see here the images of the BKC, that is Bandra Kurla complex. So it comes under the commercial area. So students, again here we have this thing, the transport, we have open space, we have agriculture, and we have the industrial. Now the first one is the airport, that is the Mumbai airport. So the transport land is used basically for roads, railways, subways or the airports. The next one is the open space area, that is land that is now vacant or left in a natural state, that is basically used for recreational purpose like for parks, playgrounds, community centers. The next one is the agricultural land. Agricultural land which is used for growing crops or rearing animals, that is the oldest human use of land. The next one is the industrial, the land that is used for industries, for examples like factories, warehouses, power plants or places of resources extractions like mines. So students, after doing this activity, you will come to know that a land use is one of the way of understanding these activities. Through land use, we can understand, for example, a piece of a land is suitable for a given activity. Also, we can understand the consequences of human activities and how they change the landscape. Land as a basic resource That is a basic natural resource which balances the ecological and environmental factors to sustain all life. Land as an economic resource which has a value as a property. Most of the human activities are on land. Land supports agriculture, transport, urbanization, etc. Encompasses all the other natural resources like water, oil, rocks, plants, animals, and minerals. Land as a valuable natural resource which is utilized for cultivation of crops, settlements of population, creation of dams and reservoirs, development of industries and maintaining forest and wildlife. So students, let us understand what is land use. Any kind of a permanent intervention of a land is called as a land use. It is the surface utilization of a land, that is a vacant land or a developed land for a clear purpose at a given time. So land use is basically the function of land, that is what it is used for. Land use is a way or a purpose for which land in a region is used. Land use varies from areas to areas. For example, in rural areas, land use may include forestry and farming, while in urban areas, that is towns and cities, land use could be housing or industries. The interaction between geographical factors and man have resulted in land use. Land use undergoes changes with time. As man's needs have increased, the use of land for different purposes has also increased. For example, mineral-rich land is used for mining. Fertile plains are used for agriculture. The land use can be subdivided into two types, that is rural land use and urban land use. Now in rural land use we have more subtypes, that is arable land, fallow land, forest land, grasslands and pasture land. Whereas on urban land use we have commercial land use, residential land use, transport land use, public utility area, recreational land use and mixed land use. So let us see each of these in detail. Now let us understand what is a rural land use. See students, in rural areas, agriculture is the main occupation. Rural areas are basically engaged and dependent on various primary occupations, that is agriculture, dairy, cattle keeping, fisheries, forestry and mining. Now, out of these, agriculture is the most important occupation. So, this influences the location for a rural settlements. Hence, these settlements are located close to the agricultural fields and forest areas. Now, for example, the settlements of miners are close to the mining areas, while fishermen's settlements are near the seashores. In rural areas, the availability of land is more and the population is less. Hence, population is sparse, that is less. In rural areas, the extent of residential areas is less. Land use in rural areas can be classified in the following manner. Now, what is arable land? Arable land is derived from the Latin word, that is arabilis, meaning able to be ploughed. Now these are the lands which are used for farming and for cultivation of crops, for the production of food, fibers and other commercial or horticultural crops. So arable land is a land which is capable of being ploughed and used to grow crops. Normally this land is under individual ownership. Now what is ownership, students, here means? Individual ownership refers to the property that is owned in your sole name without any other owners. The more fertile the soil is, the more arable it is. The next one is the fallow land. Now fallow is first of all the farming technique. Fallow land is a piece of a land that is normally used for farming but that is left with no crops on it for a season in order to let it recover its fertility. For example, in order to improve the fertility of the soil, the farmer does not use a part of his agricultural land for 1 or 2 seasons. Now the third one is the forest land. Now what is forest, students? Forest is a piece of land with many trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, bushes, creepers, animals which live and survive there. So, it consists of both natural and planted vegetation containing rich flora and fauna. A demarcated forest area is also a type of rural land use. Students, here demarcated means reserved or to demarcate a piece of property. So, a demarcated forest area is also a type of rural land use. From this area, forest products like firewood, gums, grass, etc. are obtained. Forest land use is a function of the social and economic purpose for which land is managed. Next one, that is the grassland and pasture land. Now grassland is a large open area, that is the area of land that mostly contains grasses and especially one used for grazing. Grasslands occur in environments which are conducive to the growth of these plants cover, but not to that of taller plants, particularly include small trees and shrubs. Grasslands occur naturally on all the continents except Antarctica. Furthermore, grasslands are one of the most largest biomes on earth and dominate the landscape worldwide. On the other hand, pasture is land which is used for grazing. Pasture lands in the narrow sense are enclosed tracts of farmland grazed by domesticated livestock such as horses, cattle, sheep, etc. These land is under the ownership of the village panchayat or government. It is used for grazing purpose. This land belongs to the entire village. Very little grasslands is under individual ownership. The next one is the urban land use. Now, an urban area is a region surrounding a city. Urban areas are very developed, meaning that there is a huge density of population, huge density of human structures such as homes, buildings, roads, bridges, and railways. There has been an increase in urban settlements in the 20th century. In urban areas, land is used for different purposes, which is very much necessary to make maximum use of land. In urban areas with reference to population, the land is limited. Therefore, the distribution of population is dense. Urban land use can be classified in the following manner. The first one is the commercial land use. Now, what is commercial land use? Commercial land areas is basically a real estate that is used for business activities. Usually refers to land which is used to generate profits as well as large residential rental properties. Now, some parts of cities are only used for commercial purposes, and in these areas there are many shops, banks and offices. This also gives rise to Central Business District, that is CBD. Now, for example, in Mumbai we have the Fort area or the BKC, that is the Bandra Kurla complex. The next one is the residential land use. Now, what is residential area? A residential area is a land which is used for residential purpose and opposed to industrial or commercial areas. In these areas, houses and residential buildings are included. Since population is more in the urban areas, residential land use has been increased. For example, students, here we have Lokhandwala complex, Hiranandani, and the Mannat house, that is of the Shah Rukh Khan's, as you can see here in the picture. So these are some examples of residential areas. Next one is the transport land use. Now what is transport land use, students? Here means in urban areas, transportation facilities are very much important for the movement of goods and people. For this purpose, different types of transportation facilities are found in cities. For example, like public bus stops, railways line, metros, monorail, commercial vehicles, etc. In addition to this, the number of private vehicles is also large. Hence, in cities, roads, railways, station, petrol pumps, transport depots, and vehicles repair centers occupy large areas. These are included in the transport land use. The next one is the public utility area. Public utility area is an organization that maintains the infrastructure of a public service. Utility refers to the set of services provided by these organizations which are consumed by public. For the various needs of the population, some services are provided by local governing bodies or state government or central government. The area under these services comes under this category. For example, like hospitals, post offices, police stations, police grounds, schools, colleges, universities, etc. The land use under the category is very important. The next one is a recreational land use. As the name suggests, recreational land is a land that is used for recreation purpose. Such activities that get you outside and into nature, that is recreational activities. Now, in some cities, areas have to be specially reserved for the entertainment of the population. The use of such spaces is mainly used for fields, for gardening, swimming pools, theatres, malls, etc. The next one is the mixed land use. Now, mixed land use is observed in some of the urban areas. It is an area where different types of land use exist together. In some cities, residential, industrial, commercial, administrative functions are found in an integrated manner. In many cities, in developing countries, one can find schools, houses, business, shops in one place itself. Generally, mixed land use is found in cities which are growing very fast because land is not sufficient to reserve certain areas for certain land use. Therefore, there is a mixed land use. Now, students, you can see here on map, special colors are used to indicate such areas. As you can see in the index, we have different color shades showing light yellow for single or two family, light brown townhouses, orange with diagonal lines we have mixed use residential plus retail offices, then light cream we have mixed use life work, then brown we have multifamily, pink we have office area, red is a retail zone, then purple we have commercial services, light blue we have light industries, dark blue we have heavy industries, green institutional areas, light green recreational or open space or landscape, then grey we have transportation or public utility zone, and then white we have the parking area. So students, let us have a quick recap of what we have learned today. We learnt what is land use. Land use basically the function of the land, that is for what it is used for. Then also we had studied the types of land use, the rural land use and the urban land use. So rural land use includes arable land, that is land which is applicable to grow crops. Fallow land, that is temporarily not in use, that is farmer keeps the land aside for season to season to improve the fertility of the soil. Then we have forest land, that is a demarcated land, that is the demarcated forest area, which is also a type of a rural land use. From this area forest products like firewood, gum and grass are obtained. Forest land use is a function of social and economic purpose for which land is being managed. The next one is the grassland or pasture land, which is basically a large open area that mostly contains grasses and especially one which is used for grazing purpose. The next one is the urban land use. Urban land use includes commercial land use. The commercial land use, that is areas for business activities generally used to generate profits. The next one is the residential land use. The land which is applicable for living, where the residents, where the peoples are living, that is the residential land use. The next one is the transport land use. For example, like roads, railways, station, petrol pumps, transport depots, vehicle repair centers, etc. occupy large areas, and these are included in the transport land use. Next is public utility area, the services for the public, that is public utility area. For example, like we have hospitals, post office, police station, schools, colleges, universities, etc. comes under public utility area. Then the last one is the the next one is a recreational land use. Recreational land use is basically the activities where you move outside your house, that is activities get you outside and into the nature. For example, it includes like parks, swimming pools, cinemas, malls, theaters, etc. And the last one is the mixed land use. Mixed land use enables a range of land use including residential, commercial, industrial. It is a land use which in which there are different types of land which exist together. So that is the mixed land use.